I've been noticing some things that have been disconcerting me recently. The OJ trials in the news, X-Files and Full House are making new episodes, and there's a Clinton running for the White House. So I really want to know who stuffed me inside their time machine and why they picked the mid-90s. I kind of half expect Doc Brown and Marty McFly to come bursting in here, and but if we're going to talk about the 90s, hang on.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we're doing 90s comedy. All right. I want to make sure that I'm good on my time. Let me check my pager. Yeah, okay, my time's good. If you think I'm not funny, just throw your koosh ball or your hacky sack at me, and I'll. But in the 90s, I was actually living in Boston, and I thought it was really funny when I told the people from New England that I was moving to Chicago, because their response was, "Chicago, it's cold there." When did Boston become a tropical paradise? I was like, yeah, it's cold there. You know, there are things about Boston and Chicago that are similar. We've got blizzards and cold weather and tauntauns for transportation. And you guys don't have tauntauns? Oh, well, trust me, they do smell bad on the outside. They do. That's for all the Star Wars fans out there. Wow. All right, but there are some differences between Chicago and Boston that I just want to talk for a few minutes about. One of them is, in fact, the weather. So something that Chicago has, that Boston does not, is your massive supersonic thunderstorms. And I don't know how people in Boston survive without these. I mean, how else can we tell that the fillings in our teeth are fully secure? How else can we test the foundations of our houses? Oh, look, honey, there's a crack in the ceiling. Thank you, Thunderstorm, for pointing that out to me. Oh, and yes, I can confirm every car alarm on the block is in functioning condition. Oh, and good news, nothing in the house broke this time. That means we'll be ready the next time a herd of Sasquatch decide to stampede through our home. What I think prevents Boston from getting these thunderstorms is this strange geological event that you may have never seen. They're called hills. It's this weird place where the elevation of the ground actually changes. If you haven't seen it, it's a wonderful thing, you gotta see it. But that also prevents Boston from getting the regular hurricane force wind that we get here in Chicago. I know Chicago's called the Windy City because of its politics, but see, Boston has wind that will like turn your umbrella inside out. Chicago has wind that will blow school-aged children down the street like tumbleweed. In fact, the other day I was at the playground with my kids, and it was one of these blustery days, and all of a sudden this girl from Kansas fell from the sky and was saying, "NTM, there's no place like home, there's no place like home." I was just glad I wasn't wearing my striped socks that day. Thank you. But I don't know what she's talking about. I've been to Home Ave, and it looks like every other street in Chicago. So there's no place like home. I don't understand. Okay, but no, hang on. Before you boo that joke. That joke is two things. One, it's location specific. That's just for you. That's not going to work in any other town. You're welcome. And that's what we comedians call a transition joke. See, because the other thing I want to talk about, the difference between Boston and Chicago, are the streets. Chicago has the grid system. And everybody pretends like the grid system is so wonderful and easy. The grid system is your friend. No. Oh, if you miss your turn, you can just take the next one. Oh, that's a one-way street. Okay, then just take the one after that. Oh, that's a dead end. Oh, hey, I recognize this street name. Oh, what do you mean it's intersected by a college or a railroad track, but it continues on the other side with the same street name? Whose sick idea of a joke is this? That's okay, I'll take the next one. Oh, this is the only road in town that curves, and it brings me back where I started. See, at least in Boston, they're honest about the fact that they're trying to get you lost. They have this mythology that their roads are old cow paths that have just been paved over. No, don't believe it. Their roads were specifically designed by MC Escher. There's a reason that every Bostonian knows the phrase, oh, no. You can't get that from here. See, because if you ask a Bostonian for directions, they'll try to get you lost even more. And here's how they'll do it. They will use Dunkin' Donuts as landmarks. If you've never been to Boston, let me tell you, there is a Dunkin' Donuts at every single corner. Oh yeah, go down the street, turn to the Dunkin' Donuts, 5 blocks, turn to the Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, he said go 5 blocks, but there's a Dunkin' Donuts here. No, he said go 5. Well, there's one here. No, 4, no, go keep going. In fact, there are some famous places in Boston where there's a Dunkin' Donuts on one side of the street and a Dunkin' Donuts on the other side of the street, so you don't have to cross traffic to get there. Now, when you ask for directions in Chicago, the people act like the grid system. They pretend they're being all friendly, but really they're being very devious. Oh yes, I can tell you how to get there. Head west out of the parking lot. Then turn north at the unregulated intersection. Your destination is 5 blocks up on the east side of the street. I'm sorry, I didn't bring my compass with me today. Can you give me directions like a human, please? But one of the other things that Boston and Chicago have in common is their awesome TV shows. ER for Chicago, Cheers for Boston. Norm! I knew you were here. I couldn't resist it. I knew you were here. But, oh, that reminds me. Hang on. Oh, my Sony Walkman tells me that my time is up and I don't want to miss the next episode of 90210. Thank you.